When I was in WWE, I went to Vince, and I was because when I was Aldo, I'm like, listen, this was 1997, and I'm like, Vince, I had a meeting with him. I went to Stanford into his office. We had scheduled meeting, and I was like, Vince, I would like my release. He goes, I said, I've been really coming into my own, and I was, on the house shows, I was having, you know, because the work rate wasn't great. I was working with Chris Candido, and we were having arguably some of the best, at least pure matches, because we
Oh
were
yeah,
doing like
I'm sure.
ECW style wrestling stuff. At WWE house shows, opening match going 15 minutes with all these false finishes and dives. Nobody was doing that. So I went to Vince and I was like, "Look, I really feel like I'm coming into my own. If there's nothing here for me, I would like my opportunity to get a release and to go somewhere else." And Kevin and Scott had just signed, and they were like, "Listen, we can get you a job down here, get your release." And Vince knew that. And Vince said, "Well, I can't, I can't. The perception is I can't have another one of my guys go over there. What I can do for you is you have a year left. Go to Memphis. I'll go down there for 6 weeks to 2 months, and learn to work as a heel.
Mm.
And we'll bring you back up as a heel character." So I said, "Okay, fine." I went down to Memphis, and I learned to work as a heel. And the time I was in Memphis, ECW was down there with Paul Heyman and Chris Candido. Who Candido at the time was very involved in booking and booking storylines. And him and Paul saw me down there, and they were doing an angle with Sabu Van Dam and Jerry Lawler. And anyways, Heyman saw me. Talks started, and Heyman got my contract instead of released, signed over to him from WWE, as per all of us agreeing.